24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
Good morning to you at home. I'm Joe Moeller. Here's a check of our current temperatures outside. Fresno 68 degrees, 67 in Visalia, Porterville 72, Mendota 65 up in the North Valley, 66 in Merced and 66 in Los Banos. And as far as our radar and satellite go, not much to talk about here. Looking at our day ahead, 3 o'clock we will be at 80 degrees. It will be a warmer day. 7 p.m. 75, and tonight 11 o'clock 66. I'll have your complete forecast in just a few moments. KC24 Midday starts now.
Local news that matters. This is KC24 News Midday.
A look at the devastating aftermath of Hurricane Michael and details on President Trump's visit to the storm's epicenter. Open for business, Fresno County's first recreational marijuana dispensary. We'll have a look at Have a Heart Dispensary. Good morning and welcome to KC24 Midday. I'm Christina Tatro in for Jessica Porter today. Thanks for joining us. In continuing coverage, one of the strongest hurricanes to hit Florida has passed, but the hurting will linger on for months to come. And President Trump is in the Florida Panhandle today, where Hurricane Michael roared ashore. NBC's Tammy Littner reports.
None of the residents here in Lynn Haven have water or power or even a way to communicate to the outside world that they survived.
Hey, Mayor Anderson, I just wanted to...
The mayor herself determined to help her town.
Power is probably going to be 2 months. Woo!
34 miles east, Mexico Beach totaled after taking a direct hit from the catastrophic hurricane. Houses torn from their foundations, roads buckled and broken.
Central Rescue.
Rescuers are combing through miles of debris-filled beach, hoping against all odds to find survivors.
Hello?
Nearby at hard-hit Tyndall Air Force Base, the damage is still being assessed, including the impact to the homes of 3,600 airmen.
This is the lobby area.
The mayor of Lynn Haven, Margot Anderson, and dozens of police officers and their families thought they would be safe at the town's police headquarters. But the building collapsed around them as they moved from room to room, dodging debris.
It was like what you see in the movies, the battering rams. It just blew through.
Nearly every police officer in this small department lost their home that day, but they still show up for work.
I'll get to mine later. There's people out here that are a lot worse than I am.
More than 80% of the homes in town were destroyed, yet few people are leaving. Instead, the community has come together.
The residents here in Lynn Haven, like so many coastal towns, tell us they feel forgotten, and they hope the president will bring much needed attention to their dire situation along with supplies. Tammy Leitner for NBC News, reporting from Lynn Haven, Florida.
New this midday, Fresno County Sheriff's detectives are investigating a homicide in Parlier. Detectives tell us a man was shot at the Bella Vista apartment just after midnight. He was taken to the hospital where he died early this morning.
We're still trying to identify all the parties and witnesses. When we arrived on scene, most of the parties were not here, but we're following some leads and hopefully we can find out what led to this person's death.
The victim's name has not yet been released. Detectives would only say he is Hispanic and in his early 20s. The Sheriff's Department is urging people who may know what happened to contact them at 600-3111. Again, 600-3111. The CHP is blaming a drunk driver for crashing and killing 3 people near Pixley. It happened last night on Highway 99 and Court Avenue. The victims have not yet been identified. CHP says 23-year-old Brenda Garcia was drunk driving. She was taken to Cahuilla Delta Medical Center with major injuries and was placed under arrest. Developing story out of Tulare County. Porterville police are investigating an officer-involved shooting. Tulare County deputies shot and killed a 17-year-old last night. It happened on Road 168 and Avenue 166 in Woodville. Deputies say family members called 911 after they said their teenager had been smoking and started acting irrationally. Deputies say they arrived. The teen took an 11-year-old hostage at knife point right then. Deputies say they were forced to then shoot the teen.
Shots were fired inside the residence. The 17-year-old succumbed to his injuries. No other family members or deputies were injured.
The teen's name has not yet been released. Also developing, it will be up to the Fresno County District Attorney's Office to decide whether a 16-year-old will be charged with killing his own father. Detectives say the teen shot and killed 54-year-old Javier Vera Saturday in his home on West Clinton Avenue. Detectives say the teen shot Vera because he was choking the boy's mother. Investigators say Vera and his wife got into a heated argument, but luckily the mother is expected to be okay. The teen was taken in for questioning but was not arrested. The district attorney's office will determine if charges are necessary. Police are investigating a drive-by shooting on Echo and Weldon in central Fresno. Police say a gunman in a car shot at 4 people in another car. The shooters left the scene. The victim's car crashed into a fire hydrant.
One vehicle, as it tried to flee, ended up crashing as it turned onto Peralta from Echo. None of the occupants in that vehicle were injured as a result of the shooting or the collision.
The 4 people in the car that crashed are cooperating with police. There's no description of the shooters or the car. 4 people are in custody after leading police on a chase through Fresno. Police got a call of a shooting around 11:30 last night in the area of Belmont and Fisher. When officers arrived, they say someone drove off in a stolen car. Officers tried to stop them. They say the drivers stopped at Helm and McKinley, and the suspects got out and then ran off. 2 men were caught right away. The other 2 were caught near our station's parking lot, caused a lot of uproar last night. Now, a series of new scams are targeting the Valley's Hispanic community. It cost one woman about 20 grand. The 65-year-old woman trusted the scammers enough to get inside of their car. She's now sharing her story with our Megan Roop.
No, por favor, no les crean. No den su dinero con cuánto sacrificio.
Please don't believe and don't give your money away. Words from a 65-year-old victim of a scam. The woman who did not want to be identified sitting down with us Sunday. She says Friday she went to walk to get some food near McKenzie and First Street in Fresno when a woman met her in the road, a fake lottery ticket in her hand.
Had told the victim that she was here illegally. She was scared. She was afraid about being deported.
Another woman joining them. The scammers calling a fake number. A man on the other end telling them the ticket was worth $1 million, but
said that the holder of the ticket wouldn't be able to cash it because she had no valid U.S. identification.
The group convinced the victim to help and give her money as collateral to cash the ticket. All 3 first driving to this Bank of America on Tulare Street, then another in Clovis. These receipts showing the totals.
$20,000.
More than 20 grand.
Y nunca.
The victim warning others to hide your money. Fresno police saying the scammers are targeting the Spanish-speaking community, hoping they're not familiar with how government agencies work or are scared of being deported if undocumented.
If someone calls you over the phone and says, hey, I'm from the IRS or I'm from the Sheriff's Department, we need to get money from you right now, hang up on them.
In Fresno, Megan Roop, KC24 Local News that matters.
A skydiver was killed in Lodi when her parachute failed to open. The FAA says the woman was using her own equipment for the jump. They're investigating if the parachute was properly packed. The death is the latest in a series of accidents and violations at the Lodi Parachute Center. Since 1999, 15 people jumped to their deaths from planes associated with that center. This morning, parts of the state are under red flag warning because of strong winds and dry conditions. In Northern California, PG&E is so concerned about the conditions, they cut power in 12 counties to prevent any wildfires from sparking.
This is to mitigate wildfire risk. This is for the safety of the communities. We know how people rely on electricity and will only shut off the power temporarily as a last resort.
CAL FIRE blamed PG&E for downed power lines for causing wildfires last October, including some of those deadly wildfires that we had. Now in the South Valley, residents in Tulare have their own hospital again. The Tulare Regional Medical Center reopened its doors this morning, a year after it shut down. About 260 employees have been brought on board, and Adventist Health will now operate it. TRMC abruptly closed its doors and declared bankruptcy last year. Fresno County's first recreational marijuana dispensary is now open to the public in downtown Coalinga. It's the second dispensary in the Central Valley. Valley Pure was the first. It opened back in May in Tulare County. You may have remembered some of our reports on that. Our Angelica Leilani shows us the moment the city says they've been waiting for.
Is everybody ready? Yeah!
Cheers of eagerness as dozens lined the sidewalk Saturday morning, ready to enter Have a Heart, Fresno County's very first recreational marijuana dispensary in Coalinga.
All right, man, you were the first person to Have a Heart, California, man. You guys go on in.
Once inside, those looking to buy cannabis products have to enter through 2 locked doors. It's all part of security. The dispensary has everything from edibles to medicinal. Folks here say this has been a long time coming since Prop 64 passed last year.
Yeah, we're finally happy. The community actually woke up.
Coalinga's police chief Michael Salvador says they're also working to keep everyone safe.
We have security on premise. That's a 24/7, 365 deal.
And with folks traveling to purchase from the only legal dispensary in Fresno County, both he and the mayor of Coalinga are confident it's going to help the city's economy.
This is a big deal for our city. Rebranding, you know, the nasty marijuana name into cannabis and into something that can help and heal rather than something that's been the war on drugs.
He says for now they only plan on this one dispensary, something customers seem to be okay with.
Convenience and keep us off the streets. We have a place to come and locally buy, which is a lot more safer.
And the mayor says the next business set to open here in Coalinga is a cultivation business called the Next Green Wave. In downtown Coalinga, I'm Angelica Leilani, KC24 Local News that matters.
The big Fresno Fair is over and organizers say it was a good year. Over 800 animals were put up for auction, raising $900,000. The biggest pumpkin on display weighed 250 pounds. As always, people enjoyed all the fair food and spirits. I know I definitely did. More than 800 bottles of wine, 6,000 funnel cakes, and 45,000 corn dogs were sold. Now, coming up on KC24 Midday, they're the ones who are there when disaster strikes. How the American Red Cross is helping people here at home prepare for an emergency. And officers found a man trying to give CPR to a what? Coming up next, one man saves the life of an animal you wouldn't expect. Hear how, and you know, we're also wondering, how's the weather, Joe?
Yeah, I'm interested in that story there. Now I have your allergy forecast brought to you by Dr. A. Maminian and the Allergy Institute. Levels will be low and our primary pollens are juniper and elm. I will have your complete forecast and that interesting story up next. We'll be right back.
Inside the secretive world of North Korea. This storm has touched virtually every corner of the state.
Those signs of 911 received about 1,100.
Here's some expert advice from your CentralValley.com's health calls.
I'm Dr. Aminian. If you suffer from a runny nose or sneezing year-round, you may have a treatable disease, vasomotor rhinitis. Call the Allergy Institute for an appointment today.
Who is Jim Peterson? You know, I grew up as a contractor's son. We lived in an older home in Cambrian Park, and we did everything to fix it up. We painted it, we did roof repairs. Heck, we even poured concrete. I became a roofer at age 16, and I started Solar for America at age 20. We build the best roofs, solar power system, backup home batteries, and fences money can buy. We use only the best materials and labor. And now through the end of the year, we're offering to pay your electric bill while you wait to put panels on your home. Save money, reduce your electric bill, and get the best that money can buy. I'm Jim Peterson. I'm with Solar for America, and I stand behind my work. Go to Solar for America today.
Your solar savings start the minute you call because Jim will pay your electric bill up to $1,000 while your solar is installed by the most experienced team in the business. Plus, take advantage of zero down, same as cash financing, so you don't have to make a payment until 2020. Just call 888-461-8715. That's 888-461-8715.
In an emergency, minutes can mean the difference between life and death. Proposition 11 saves lives by ensuring medical care is not delayed in an emergency. Proposition 11 establishes into law the long-standing industry practice of paying EMTs and paramedics to remain on call during breaks and requires they receive FEMA-level training in active shooter and natural disasters. Vote yes on 11 to ensure 911 emergency care is there when you or your loved one need it.
Stay connected with local news at yourcentralvalley.com and your local weather authority forecast every day. KC24 News is always available at yourcentralvalley.com. KC24 News.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Joe Moeller in for Lauren Wallace. And speaking of Lauren, I know she doesn't like to share many of her own photos, so I'm going to go ahead and share some of hers today. She's a fantastic photographer. Christina and I were just talking about this. This is Millerton Lake. I know she was over there over the weekend, so you can see the sunrise there bright and early, so she takes great photos. So it's always great to see her photos, and I love sharing them because she's so great at it. All right, coming up here next, we're going to take a look at Half Dome from Sentinel Dome. The sunrise here, you can see nothing but clear skies, a beautiful day in the park. It'd be an ideal day to get out there while the temperatures are still comfortable. It's going to be in the 70s there, a little bit of wind throughout Yosemite National Park. I know there was a wind advisory that came to an end earlier this morning. All right, our current temperatures here in Fresno, 68 degrees, Visalia 67. Down in Porterville, a little bit warmer at 72, Lemoore 69, 65 in Mendota. Up in the North Valley, 66 in Merced, and Los Banos 67, and then Madera is 71 degrees. Our highs today are going to be similar to what we had over the past weekend and similar to the whole week. It's not going to be much of a change, but today our high in Fresno will be 81 degrees, South Valley 80 degrees in Visalia, Hanford and Lemoore both 81. Same thing in Madera, Merced 80 degrees, Los Banos 81, and up in the higher elevations, again 72 will be the high in Yosemite and Oakhurst, comfortable 77 there as well. Looking at our air quality, will be good in Merced and Madera, Fresno, Kings, Tulare, and Sequoia National Park will be moderate. Looking at our radar and satellite, nothing but clear skies, as we just saw on that loop from Yosemite National Park, nothing but clear skies up there as well. So this will be the same story moving forward, looking ahead into the rest of the day from, you can see 12 p.m. All the way up until 12 a.m. tonight. It will be the same exact thing. And this will be the same thing tomorrow as well. Just nothing but clear skies, not much to talk about when it comes to cloud coverage or anything like that. It'll be nothing but comfortable. Looking at our day ahead here, 81 degrees will be the high, close to normal in the low 80s. It'll be sunny today, and that will just continue into the following days this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next 5 days here. Tuesday, 81, similar thing tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, on Friday, each going up a little bit. And this weekend is when we're going to rise to 85 degrees. It'll be a comfortable weekend. We were talking about pumpkin patches earlier this morning, and I think it's going to be an ideal time to get outside and enjoy this weather. If you notice, those lows will be comfortable in the 50s, getting a little slightly warmer as the week goes on, but overall it is going to be a comfortable fall week ahead. If you want more on your weather and the complete forecast, you can head to our website. That is yourcentralvalley.com. All right, now to Community Matters. The American Red Cross is there before and after disaster strikes.
One of the many things the Central Valley chapter does is prepare residents for home fires. KC24's Bailey Miller shows us how they help prevent the loss of life.
When a house catches on fire, Red Cross officials say you have 2 minutes to get out and get to safety.
Timing is crucial because 2 minutes is not that much time when there's a disaster happening.
They say 7 people die every day from a house fire, mostly impacting children and the elderly. Fire-related deaths in the United States, and the Central Valley chapter is off to a strong start.
You don't realize a lot of people don't have smoke alarms and they don't have working smoke alarms.
Last year, volunteers went door to door and installed almost 3,000 free smoke alarms through the Sound the Alarm campaign.
They graciously let us come into their house, and we are in their home and we are giving them the tools.
They give residents a 10-year alarm, and they help them create a fire escape route they can practice with their families. Their prevention work continues in the classroom with students from 3rd to 5th grade.
This is our pillowcase project, pillowcase.
Project Pillowcase is a program teaching young kids to have a pillowcase ready with items they need in case of a fire.
It's best to keep it where they can quickly grab it.
The goal is to make sure the kids shorten their response times to get out the door, and it also provides comfort.
We want everybody to get out.
Bailey Miller, KC24, local news that matters.
Give him the CPR? I think it is. Look at him.
Newly released body cam video. Take a look at that. It shows a Good Samaritan performing life-saving CPR on a squirrel. Check it out. It happened in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. You can see officers approaching the man as he's bent over trying to help the little guy. The Good Samaritan says he doesn't think he actually hit the squirrel, just scared it. He then gives it a few more chest compressions before flipping it over onto its belly. Now, moments later, the squirrel gets onto its feet and takes off. So luckily he was okay.
I am so baffled by this story.
I know. I actually think it's really cute.
I think it's odd. He didn't he just kind of
gave it just normal CPR.
Okay.
He wanted to save its life. So what a good guy.
Don't they act like fake play dead in certain situations?
I mean, if someone hit you, when we want them to give you CPR?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what those things have, and you know.
I mean, yeah, I probably wouldn't put my mouth to it. That's why you have to have a protective cover when you give CPR.
Yeah. Let's just move on.
Yeah. Next on KC24 Midday, this disease could be making you and your family sick. What foods you should and shouldn't be eating.
And baby talk may be cute, but it actually may lead to higher test scores. Find out how next.
Daughter.
You say she's a loose cannon.
Oh, yes.
You can't do that when 1 minute you're fine, the next minute you're saying, I want to kill my family.
All new Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, today at 4 on KC24.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Paul Blanco has received messages from dogs all over California and Nevada. You know your dog deserves a new car. Some dogs like leather because of the fuss about their hair. And hound dogs, they just want a place to take a nap. Sunroofs are popular with tall dogs, and all dogs like a good AC. Your dog wants the car of their dreams. From Paul Blanco's Good Car Company at paulblanco.com. Let the banks compete to lower your rate, then choose from any maker model only at paulblanco.com.
Roundtable gets a lot of respect.
King Arthur's Supreme!
Because we show our pizza a lot of respect. Text pizza to 86677 for exclusive offers like free pizza and wings. Message and data rates may apply.
KFC's cooking up an incredible deal. Feed your family our delicious 8-piece drumstick and thigh bucket for the amazing price of just $9.99. Choose between the Colonel's freshly prepared original recipe, seasoned to perfection with our secret blend of herbs and spices, or KFC's extra crispy recipe, double breaded to give every bite that famous crispy crunch. With a price this low for America's favorite chicken, the only question left is, when's dinner? Your family favorite, the 8-piece bucket, is now only $9.99. Nothing else compares to KFC. It's finger-licking good.
They're having a party in San Francisco, a resistance party. And who are liberal superstars like Michael Avenatti celebrating? Andrew Jans. Of course, Jans would choose San Francisco. Barbara Boxer and Bay Area celebrities have helped raise over $5 million for his campaign. What do they want for their money? To take our water and force their values on our valley. Leading the San Francisco resistance protest? That's Andrew Jans' priority, not us in the valley.
I'm Devin Nunes, and I approve this message.
I got hurt bad at a car accident, and now I need surgery.
Call us. You've got to protect yourself and your family.
I did something about it. I called Dunyan Law, and they got me an incredible settlement.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call us. It's just that easy.
Call 877-DUNYAN.
At Les Schwab, we give you extra without charging you extra. That means no hidden fees or unexpected costs, ever. Because when it comes to earning your business, we've got nothing to hide. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
In Health Matters, a baby's babble may be cute, but new research shows it could also show if they'll be good readers. Researchers at Florida State University recorded the babble of 9 infants, and that just had to be so cute. They then met with the children when they were 6 years old and tested their reading skills. The study found out those who had more complex babble as babies ended up with better reading test scores and also reading better. Most parents are concerned with keeping their children healthy, but what if you're giving them the wrong food or the right food and they still get sick?
That's right. Stefania Jimenez reports doctors say it could be the result of celiac disease.
Steak or chicken, or I get salad.
That's not what you'd expect a typical 17-year-old to eat, but Aiden Savitt has no choice. He can't eat most fast or processed food. Aiden is among the 3 million Americans with celiac disease, a condition that can make people sick when they eat food with wheat, barley, or rye, basically anything with gluten. And doctors are seeing more cases of celiac disease.
The prevalence rates of celiac disease have increased, and we still don't quite understand what the reason for that is.
But doctors do understand how to diagnose celiac disease. It involves a blood test and a biopsy. Luckily for Aiden, he's known about his celiac disease since he was 3 when his parents noticed that he was struggling and took him to a doctor.
He was having stomach distension, stomach distress. He was having discoloration on the enamel in his teeth.
Those are common symptoms of celiac disease in children. Dr. Arun Singh is an attending gastroenterologist at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. CHOP has a celiac center where children with the condition get medical care.
We'll see kind of common complaints are abdominal pain, bloating. You might see some things like headaches. They're not growing well, so we call that kind of conditions like failure to thrive.
But experts admit some of the symptoms are so common they can be easily overlooked in children.
Even if a child is not growing well, or they have in their blood test something comes back positive that they're anemic, those are reasons that you have to be considering celiac disease on the differential.
People with celiac disease are advised to stick to a gluten-free diet, and here's the good news. That's getting easier at supermarkets and restaurants.
That was Stefania Jimenez reporting. A new study suggests nurses may not be leading healthy lifestyles. Researchers studied nearly 50 nurses working at 2 Australian hospitals. They were asked to set realistic health goals, including small changes to their diet and physical activity levels. The nurses were given a pedometer, a smartphone app, and access to a Facebook group for support. Researchers found that while they consumed more fruits and vegetables after 3 months, they were also less physically active. Interesting. That's an interesting, weird story there.
I just feel like, and we also, going from the celiac disease straight over to that, I mean, it's just a really good example of your diet as well as your physical activity. Even here at work, like sometimes that we have to do in our breaks, stay active so that we don't fall asleep.
I do, exactly.
Yeah, but putting all of that within your workday is really smart and really good for you.
Yep, there we go. All right, when we return right here on KC24 Midday, the American favorite appliance one-stop shop now closing hundreds of stores. How Sears is hoping to stay alive.
And take a look. We'll be diving into some extreme Halloween celebrations with a group of scuba divers.
For all of your drawing and painting needs, from blank canvas to professional framing, plus the Valley's largest assortment of fine pens. Allard's Art on Blackstone and Barstow.
For more information on this business, go to yourcentralvalley.com and click on Central Valley Local.
A world of big winning. Tachi Palace Hotel and Casino presents the $2 million Share the Dream giveaway, featuring 5 straight months of tournaments and giveaways that all add up to $2 million in cash and prizes. An event 35 years in the making. Win every day. Playing now through December in the $2 million Share the Dream giveaway. Find out more at TachiPalace.com.
A good and honorable person is someone to admire.
They do what is right even when it's not easy.
They are great role models and make the world a better place.
And that's what the Tulare County Office of Education believes.
And with KC24's commitment to education,
together we have formed a new partnership
to bring you weekly stories of students living the pillars of character.
Trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. Your character matters. Tuesdays on KC24 News at 5.
$289 million was just awarded to a user of Roundup Weed Killer. If you or a loved one has used Roundup or Ranger Pro Weed Killer and have been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma or chronic lymphocytic leukemia, you must call us now for a free confidential consultation. Our product defects team has recovered money damages for thousands of men and women, and we can help you. Call now at 800-333-0000.
And we'll fight for you.
Hablamos español.
Are you confused about solar? Then tune in every Monday during the 5 p.m. news for the Homeowner's Guide to Solar. Brought to you by SunPower by Quality Home Services.
Football's back, and you can't have football without Me and Ed's. Get a large one-topping pizza for just $10.50 every Monday through Thursday. So whether it's game time or family time, Me and Ed's has weeknights covered.
Tonight on The Voice, this is it. The final night of the blind auditions. And the gloves are coming off.
I'm no dummy. Well.
Then, America can't wait for more of TV's #1 new show, Manifest.
Maybe she knows how the plane disappeared.
Get ready for a bombshell.
It's a stowaway on 828.
New Manifest after The Voice, tonight on NBC.
Welcome back. In Consumer Matters, Sears has filed for bankruptcy protection. The announcement was made early this morning. The company says CEO Eddie Lambert will be stepping down effective immediately. 142 stores will close towards the end of the year. Sears' last profitable year was 2010. It's still unclear if Sears will scale down its stores or if the 125-year-old retailer will be forced to go out of business. Sad to hear that news. All right, there's some new information out about Halloween that most people aren't finding very scary at all, especially those people in retail.
NBC's Chris Clackham has more on this year's Halloween spending.
Halloween shoppers this year are finding few tricks, but lots of treats in the economy, and letting that be known at the cash register.
Well, we've seen this holiday really grow in popularity.
Catherine Cullens with the National Retail Federation, where a new survey of nearly 7,000 consumers found all willing to spend, on average, $87 per person or pet on Halloween.
Because people like to dress up, not just their kids, but adults are really liking to dress up. Millennials really embrace this holiday.
It's that embrace by millennials that she says is driving much of this fearless approach to spending on Halloween.
As they move into new life phases, start their own families, we expect them to continue to latch on to this celebration and to continue to spur its growth.
And because of rising popularity of the video game, Fortnite characters are topping the list for kids' costumes this Halloween. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
In Florida, locals put their own twist on the Halloween tradition of pumpkin carving by taking it underwater. Check this out. Outfitted in scuba gear and wielding knives as well, contestants went 30 feet below the surface to participate in the annual Keys Underwater Pumpkin Carving Contest. The theme for this year's contest was marine life, very fitting. Contestants could be seen carving sharks, a sea turtle, and schools of fish into their pumpkins.
I can't even carve one outside of the water, so I don't know how that would work out.
Yeah, it's an extreme skill that's just one that I don't have.
I was thinking when I first saw the story that all the stuff was still inside. And
no. Pre-gutted.
So, yeah, pre-gutted ones, so when everything would flying out everywhere and everything. The fish would probably like that.
The fish would, they would definitely nibble on those. I mean,
when are you going to carve that pumpkin in your car? You just told me you had one in your car.
Yes, I bought some pumpkins at Costco yesterday, forgot to take one in. It's in my car in the parking lot.
What is it going to be?
So last year I did one that was Hello Kitty. It was really cute, but I know, I don't know if that's any...
Like...
It's not like...
What about this one? No ideas yet?
You know what? No ideas, but you know you can paint them and like put rhinestones on them.
They'll last longer.
It will last longer, exactly. And I mean, it just makes it really cute if you put some rhinestones.
All right, we'll have to get a picture of it when it's done.
Still to come on KC24 Midday. Viral video of a truck falling over on the side of the freeway. But did the driver make it? We'll have the shocking video.
I hope so. All right, and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are expecting. Stay with us for more on their royal announcement. We will be right back.
Caballero raised car and gas taxes by $52 billion.
Increased your gas cost
by $1,000 a year.
Caballero made it more expensive to attend college.
Then wasted $750 million tax dollars on a fancy office building for legislators and their staff.
Ana Caballero sold us out.
Took care of the politicians, but hurt our families.
We can't afford Ana Caballero.
Your health is your life. When it rushes to greet you, you realize what matters. These moments where tears and laughter mix, they hold our attention. They hold us together. It's why we hope, why we work, and it's how we live. By holding on to our health, we hold on to life. And so we're here with you for life.
Furnace breakdown? Oh no! That could be a $3,300 bill you weren't expecting. Fridge on the fritz? Oh, that could cost you $2,500. Get the First American Home Warranty Plan. And when a covered item breaks, call or click. That's it. And we'll repair or replace it for you. We have plans that cover air conditioning, most appliances, plus heating, plumbing, electrical systems, and much more. Plans start as low as $25 a month. Why let a major system or appliance breakdown bust your budget or go through the hassle of trying to find trustworthy service people?
Saved us thousands of dollars.
And I know they have my back.
Last year alone, we saved our customers over $140 million. Don't wait until it's too late and you're stuck with a huge repair bill.
If you don't have First American Warranty, get it.
Call 1-866-789-5677 or visit protectmybudget.com for a free no-obligation quote. That's 1-866-789-5677.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
Cellular and stem cell therapy can help symptoms of chronic pain, asthma, arthritis, and diabetes. Call Madge Medical Clinic for more information.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/.
Local news that matters. This is KC24 News Midday.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Joe Mueller in for Lauren Wallace today. It's a comfortable morning outside so far, but we'll go ahead and take a live look, or a look from this morning at Yosemite National Park. Here is a time lapse of that sunrise. You can see the sun just coming over here, nothing but clear skies. There was a wind advisory overnight there in Yosemite, but that has now expired, and now it's just a picture-perfect day there. You can see that sun is up and not a cloud in sight there. Now, right here back at home in Fresno, our current temperature outside is 70 degrees. Wind is at 6 miles per hour, and visibility is at 2 miles. Looking at our current temperatures across the Central Valley, Fresno 70 degrees, 72 in Porterville, 69 in Lemoore, 71 in Madera, 66 in Merced. Los Banos looking at a comfortable 69 degrees. And looking at our highs today is, to me, basically an ideal fall day here. 81 degrees in Fresno, Visalia 80, Hanford, Lemoore, Madera all 81, Mendota a little bit warmer at 82, Merced 80 degrees, Los Banos 81. Up in the higher elevation, Yosemite, we just saw that look from Yosemite. It's going to be a comfortable 72 degrees there. Oakhurst will be 77, so overall pretty comfortable. And this is not going to change much throughout this week. Air quality goes Madera and Merced both good, moderate in Fresno, Kings, Tulare, and Sequoia National Park. And now looking at our radar, not much to talk about here, not a cloud in sight, nothing but sunny skies, as we just saw that in Yosemite National Park as the sun came up. Now looking at our futurecast from 12 o'clock up until midnight, nothing's going to change here, but if you also look at this tomorrow, it's actually going to be a similar story there. Now looking at our day ahead here, 81 degrees will be the high in the Fresno area. It's just going to be nothing but sunshine, so it will be an ideal day to get outside and enjoy the comfortable temperatures. We were talking about the pumpkin patch. This is the perfect week for it. Tuesday, 81 degrees. Wednesday will be 82. Thursday, 83. Friday, same story there. Saturday and Sunday, both 85. So it's kind of just looking like copying and pasting this forecast from one day to the next. Overall, very comfortable. The lows getting a little bit cooler down in the 50s, but we'll start warming up towards the end of the week at night. All right, you can get your complete forecast at YourCentralValley.com. We'll have more weather soon, but right now I'll send it to Christina.
Saudi Arabia is under intense pressure regarding the disappearance of Jamal Khashoggi. The Washington Post columnist was last seen nearly 2 weeks ago, and there's an international push for answers. John Lawrence reports.
Still no sign of Jamal Khashoggi. Turkish officials say the Saudi columnist was murdered by a Saudi group sometime after he entered the Saudi consulate on October 2nd. The Saudis deny any responsibility.
The Saudis are probably telling anyone that'll listen, we're not culpable. If you act against us, we'll take action, because they know there's such strength in numbers.
If in fact the Saudis lured him into that consulate, murdered him, cut up his body, and disposed of it, there was going to be a very strong congressional response.
President Trump, appearing on CBS's 60 Minutes, gave fair warning to Saudi Arabia.
We would be very upset and angry if that were the case. As of this moment, they deny it, and they deny it vehemently. Could it be them? Yes. We're going to get to the bottom of it, and there will be severe punishment.
Some want action taken against Saudi Arabia.
So I think one of the strong things that we could do is not only stop military sales, not only put sanctions on Saudi Arabia, but most importantly, get out of this terrible, terrible war in Yemen led by the Saudis.
There's also talk that Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin should boycott an upcoming investment conference in Saudi Arabia scheduled for later this month. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
A video of a truck going over the edge of a highway in Mendocino County is going viral. Take a look. This truck fails to make this turn on Route 175. CHP cited the driver for ignoring the many warning signs on the restricted roadway. The truck fell 100 feet down the ravine.
Do you think you'll see this again?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we could probably put a sign every 2 or 3 feet, and heck, we could probably put a video of this truck going over the cliff, on loop, and we'd still see this again.
Last January, the same thing happened to another truck. Amazingly, the driver was not hurt. A bizarre chase still has an Oklahoma City man shaking his head. A mother chased her son with her car as he ran on foot through neighbors' yards and driveways. Cassandra Sweetman reports the incident was caught on camera.
Really confused.
Todd Kaufman says he was minding his own business in his Quail Creek home when out of the blue, an unexpected sight appeared right outside his window.
And out of the corner of my eye, I see a young boy, maybe 13 to 16 years old, just dart by.
And chasing after him.
Not far behind him was a lady in a Toyota Camry chasing him.
Todd says the woman drove onto his driveway and through his property before he spotted them. So he ran out the back door to confront the driver. Her car stopped behind his house at a gate separating his yard from Northwest 122nd Street.
I said, "What's going on?" She says, "I'm chasing my son."
And without another word, she unhooked the gate chain and drove away. Todd ran out just in time to see the chase come to an apparent end.
I think she coaxed him back in the car in the middle of the street.
With a story that was already hard to believe, Todd says he decided to take a closer look at his surveillance cameras to see if it was captured on video. That's when he says he realized the whole thing was a lot stranger than he originally thought.
I saw where she had actually come between two of my neighbors' houses and just drove through their yards to get to my yard and then eventually my driveway.
The woman didn't do any real damage other than tearing up tracks through lawns.
She was just keeping pace with him.
Kaufman reported the odd behavior to the police.
It's just kind of confusing. I'm not sure what was going on. I'm not sure what happened afterwards or what was going on before. It's just baffling that somebody would do that.
An Idaho Fish and Game commissioner is facing calls to resign after sharing photos of a recent hunting trip. The photos show Blake Fisher and his wife posing with animals they killed in Africa. Fisher told a local newspaper in Boise that he did not do anything illegal, immoral, or unethical. A Fish and Game hunter education manual advises hunters to respect the views of non-hunters and to refrain from taking photos of their kill. A spokesman for the governor's office says he is aware and he is concerned. In faith matters, Pope Francis declared 7 new saints during an open-air mass at the Vatican. Among them, Pope Paul VI, who oversaw the Catholic Church reforms in the 1960s. Another was the murdered Salvadorian Archbishop Oscar Romero. Romero was shot at the altar in 1980. Thousands attended the ceremony in St. Peter's Square. Big news from Britain's royal family. It's one that's bringing smiles to many people like myself. Kensington Palace announced today that Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle are expecting their first child in the spring. The announcement comes as the couple is on their first big international trip since they were married back in May. NBC's Lucy reports from London.
Congratulations. Well, the royal baby countdown is officially on. Harry and Meghan expecting their first child this spring.
I think it's wonderful. I think it's lovely that they're having a family.
The palace confirming the news this morning as the pair kicks off their first major overseas tour. Meghan's pregnancy has been a guessing game for months. She did attend Princess Eugenie's wedding earlier this week wearing a concealing coat that she did not take off during that beautiful ceremony. The rumor is that this is when Meghan and Harry shared the news with the Queen as well as with the rest of the royal family. Now, we know from Kensington Palace that Meghan's mom Doria has been informed of the news, that she's very excited about the birth of her first grandchild. There's also speculation that she may be moving to London to help the pair with the baby in the spring. But for now, duty calls. 76 engagements over 16 days, taking on a whole new meaning when also expecting a baby. Lucy Kafanov, NBC News, London.
After the break, Ariana Grande will be giving back the ring Pete Davidson gave to her. When we return on KC24 Midday.
The cost of housing in California can be a backbreaker if you're like me living on a fixed income. So when I heard about Prop 10, I read up. Watch out. Prop 10 does the opposite of what it says. Prop 10 has no protections for renters, veterans, or seniors. Prop 10 will drive up rents, make housing less affordable and less available. That's the last thing we need. That's why seniors say no on 10. It makes a bad problem worse.
When Andy Vidak went up to Sacramento, he left the valley in the dust. After corporate polluters spent over $500,000 to elect Vidak, he voted to reduce penalties for toxic spills. And even though we have the highest child asthma rate in the nation, Vidak voted to gut protections for clean air and water, hurting valley families to help Sacramento's special interests. When Vidak became one of them, he forgot about us.
Congressman Valadeo's running a dishonest smear campaign to distract us from his disturbing record. Valadeo's with Donald Trump 99% of the time. And Valadeo voted himself taxpayer-funded health care for life while voting to take health care away from over 500,000 people. The truth. T.J. Cox's roots run deep here. A respected community leader who's built health clinics and created jobs across the Central Valley.
I'm T.J. Cox, and I approve this message.
At Fig Garden Village.
Join Fresno Chaffee Zoo for the spectacular annual Zoo Boost celebration. This family-friendly event will be held on October 19th, 20th, 26th, and 27th from 5 to 8 p.m. It's a fun and not-so-scary way for families to enjoy the fall holiday. The entire zoo will be decorated for this special evening of trick-or-treating, games, live entertainment, and animal attractions. For more information about this event, visit FresnoChaffeeZoo.org.
KC24 News is always available at yourcentralvalley.com.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Joe Mueller with your forecast. First, temperatures today will be very comfortable. Right now, 71 degrees in Fresno. Going to be warming up about 10 degrees, 67 in Visalia, 72 in Porterville, 71 in Madera, 66 in Merced, 69 in Los Banos. Now, looking at ahead up until the next 3 days, looking at 81 today will be our high in the Fresno area. Wednesday will be 82, Thursday 83, and just going on from there this weekend, we will be looking at a couple degrees warmer than that. Overall, a very comfortable week here for our fall week. It looks very good. All right, Christina.
All right. Well, big news from Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson. They have called off their wedding. It was apparently too soon. The Saturday Night Live comedian and the pop star started dating in May and just got engaged 3 weeks later. People magazine says the breakup is not shocking to anyone.
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised at all. I mean, we saw that coming, you know?
And her ex recently passed away, so a lot of people have speculation if that impacted this at all. So I wonder when the story is going to be coming out about this.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of emotions up and down for them. And I mean, when you hear of a 3-week engagement, I mean, we all saw what happened with Britney and K-Fed. You know, the precedent's there.
Like you said, a lot of people aren't surprised.
Right.
Me being one of them.
Exactly. Now, in Hollywood, A Star is Born may not have topped the box office, but it sure topped another popular list.
Yeah, here's David Daniel with your Hollywood Minute.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void?
A Star is Born may be number 2 at the box office, but it's number 1 on the Billboard chart. The soundtrack for the musical drama debuted atop the Billboard 200 albums chart. It's familiar territory for Lady Gaga. This is her 5th album to top that list.
I had such grand plans. He'd graduate from college, do something amazing. And now I just want him to not die.
A beautiful launch for Beautiful Boy. The father-son drama had a strong debut, $221,000 in just 4 theaters, a $55,000 average, the 4th best per theater average of the year. The YouTube series BTS Burn the Stage has helped the South Korean boy band build a massive worldwide following. Now they're ready for their big screen debut. BTS Burn the Stage, the movie, billed as the most intimate look yet at the band's 2017 tour, is due to hit theaters November 15th for a limited run. Ticket presale begins October 22nd at burnthestagethemovie.com. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
A 5th grader in Missouri has quite the story to tell.
That's right. He performed during a Foo Fighters concert over the weekend. Look at that. Listen to that, I guess. The 10-year-old Collier Cash is proof. When you get your shots, you've got to take it. Collier Cash found his way on stage and started jamming with the Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl was so impressed he offered up a gift for the monster performance.
He said bye, and I said, where do I put the guitar? What do I do with it? And he said, do you want it?
If he has anything to say about it, he'd be resigning 5th grade tomorrow to go on the road. So we're going to work on, finishing 5th grade.
That is cool. Collier's mom says she bought him his first guitar 2 years ago, and he has not put it down since. And you can obviously see that. He's amazing. Just got to do it.
Man, this video has been going everywhere, and I mean, he rocked it. Just watching him on that video is incredible.
I'm glad that he got up there and actually did it, because some kids would be scared.
Oh, absolutely.
Not even
completely
kids.
freak
I
out.
would be nervous too.
Especially with Dave Grohl.
Yeah,
I'd be so
of
scared.
course.
Now, next up on KC24 Midday, look who made a pig of himself with a bag of Doritos. It was just the trick to get this little piggy back home.
Would get me back home.
And KC24 wants to ensure you see important local news.
So like and follow our page and then click following and select See First.
Now you'll get local news that matters.
With KC24 News on Facebook.
I got hurt in a bad car accident, and the medical bills are piling up.
I'm missing work because of my injuries. I'm losing money. What am I supposed to do now?
Here's what you do. Call us. Your bills don't pay themselves. You've got to protect yourself and your family.
I did something about it. I called Dunyan Law, and they got me the settlement that I needed.
Money doesn't solve everything, but it sure can help.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call us. It's just that easy.
Call 877-DUNYON, DUNNION.
What's important to our family is that Abbey Pet Hospital always can diagnose quickly and accurately.
We've been coming to Abbey Pet Hospital for 7 years, and the staff here knows Batman so well that if there's something wrong, they can tell.
It's more than a job, it's our calling to help animals.
The staff respects the animals and their owners. They're like family.
She's just always excited to come here.
Abby you special because of our patience. Let us become part of your family.
Allergy season is here with increased pollen and molds. This and unhealthy air can make allergies and asthma worse. Boz Allergy can help you 7 days a week with extended office hours at select locations. Click on bozallergy.com for hours and locations. You'll breathe easier.
Round table pizza?
Conference room.
King Arthur's Supreme and garlic parmesan twists.
Round Table gets a lot of respect because we show our pizza a lot of respect. Made with only premium ingredients, topped right to the edge. Text pizza to 86677 for exclusive offers like free pizza and wings. Message and data rates may apply.
They walk the tiers behind California prison walls to keep us safe every hour of every day, watching over some of the most dangerous inmates in America.
We're supporting Gavin Newsom for governor because he respects the dangerous job we do.
On average, 9 correctional officers are assaulted inside California prisons every day.
We trust Gavin Newsom with our safety and yours.
The people who keep us safe trust Gavin Newsom, governor.
There's a lot cooking at Sunrise. Join us in the kitchen and see what we're cooking up next with Cresco Restaurant Equipment and Supply Company. Weekday mornings on KC24. I'm Lauren Wallace.
This is KC24 News Midday.
An escaped pig was lured back to a San Bernardino home with a bag of Doritos.
This is brilliant. All right, the pig, described as the size of a mini horse, as you can see here, was spotted roaming around a neighborhood over the weekend. He's escaped before, so deputies knew where he belonged, but they weren't sure how to get him there. One deputy grabbed the Doritos from her lunch bag, and the pig followed the trail of tortilla chips. We don't know if there were nacho cheese or Cool Ranch flavor, but the pig enjoyed them. They seemed to enjoy them, at least. The deputies were able to secure him back in his pen. So if they were Cool Ranch or cheese, I don't know if I'd go, but for the salsa verde ones, that would lure me back anywhere.
Specialty Doritos fan. I'm very much a Cool Ranch gal, but I mean, the pig, I'm sure, just wanted any type of snack at this point.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that'll do it for us here.
We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for joining us.